Good afternoon, Staley. Welcome to the senior edition of Bird's Eye View. I'm Adam Fries.
And I'm Drew Sims. National Library Week was a couple weeks ago, celebrating the contributions libraries have made in the nation. Oween and Cindy have more on local libraries in Kansas City. Make sure you check out a book at one of your local libraries this summer.
On March 27th, Oak Park High School experienced a terrifying event. Here's Drew with more.
On Monday, over 1,400 students at Oak Park High School were evacuated after a reported threat. The threat was made to the school over the phone at around 9 a.m. The students were then bused to Staley High School, where they waited in the gym until their parents arrived and picked them up.
The district's procedure and practice is that when we have a reunification, they call it, we have reunification sites for all the buildings in the district. Oak Park, in this particular case, their reunification site is Staley High School. So when there is a major threat to a particular school where all students have to be removed from the school and taken some place else, that's called a reunification. And once they are here, we have to organize the kids a little bit, as most people saw yesterday, and the hopes are that when the parents get here that we can get those kids to the parents as fast as we can.
Authorities said they found no weapons at Oak Park after the threat was called in, but were evacuating the school as a precaution. In an email to families, the North Kansas City School District said that students were being bused to Staley to ensure law enforcement can most effectively assess the situation. This decision was praised by parents but caused issues for some students at Staley.
The procedure was really good, and I'm glad that nobody got hurt, but it affected my learning here at Staley High School. The whole rest of the day, we didn't really do anything, and then we had to stay 15 minutes extra, and it was just really annoying. I had to move around all my appointments and stuff, but I'm glad nobody got hurt.
Parents trying to pick up their students were told that there was a 30-minute wait to get into Staley, with some parents reporting 2-hour waits. Traffic on Shoal Creek Parkway was halted, with parents parking their cars in the middle of the road and walking to the school. Staley students were told to remain in their classes after school was over at 2:30 until the parking situation was resolved.
And we would follow pretty similar circumstances as to what happened at Oak Park yesterday. First, we would probably go into a full lockdown, much like Oak Park did yesterday. We try to ensure the safety of all the students at that point in time. And then if an evacuation is required at that point, then what we would do is we would walk out of the building, much like the Oak Park kids did as well. We would sweep the room. The students would get on a bus, and then we would go to our evacuation site, which in this particular case would probably be reciprocal. We'd probably be going to Oak Park.
For SDTV, this has been Drew Sims.
Huge thanks to both schools' administrations for handling the situation so well.
Speaking of the lockdown, earlier that same day, the ribbon was cut for the opening of the ELL Community Garden. Oween and Cindy have more on this event.
Every 2 years, the ELL leadership class takes on a project to serve the community. This year, the students chose to create a community garden for students and locals to enjoy.
The biggest goal, the reason we're doing this, is obviously sustainability, like I talked about, in the health conscious or health awareness. But more importantly, the leadership skills that are kind of fostered through this. And I think that's one of the most important things that these kids will take away from it. So I wanted to get outside, and I wanted to do something that students will remember for a lifetime, something that really impacted them.
Previous ELL leadership projects have been with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Enough is Enough campaign. This year they decided to do something different than the previous years.
My future goal for this garden is that all the students is here to come and help us, and they can hang out and do their homework and learn about how to do leadership or how to do their own business.
The juniors and seniors and I started talking. We talked about sustainability and the need for local production of crops, healthier alternatives. Those two things, in combination with myself and the ELL team, kind of determined that this would be our project.
The class is categorized into 7 groups to help organize specific fields in this project.
We want the school to be more involved in the garden and just kind of work together more. Well, so far we have one of our committees and one of them is volunteering. So their job is to get the school involved.
Currently, you can send me an email at travis.mauzey, M-A-U-Z-E-Y, at nkcschools.org. You can follow us on Twitter at Staley Garden, or a Facebook page is also at Staley Garden. And you can find a bulletin board near my classroom, CR206, and there's a sign-up sheet there. And also here in the next couple of weeks, we'll have some stuff out for students to sign up.
To maintain this garden to its fullest, they will need help from Staley students and the community. ELL will continue to need volunteers to help between early spring to late fall. For STTV, this has been Aween Kareem and Cindy Ngo.
You can learn more about the community garden outside of Mr. Mauzey's classroom, CR206.
With technology becoming more available, it has become increasingly easier to get addicted. Here's Joey, Jacob, and Zach with more.
With technology being so accessible, it has become increasingly easier for people to become addicted. Statistics show that on average, there's 3.5 billion searches on Google made per day. Roughly 4.8 billion people have a cell phone in the world. Do they ever feel like they're missing out on life?
I know I'm missing out on being social, like with my family and everything, but I try to at least like include them in what I do on my phone sometimes, because I look up things for them. So I'm not missing out on that much, but I know I'm missing out on being social.
Me personally, no, just because, I mean, I don't let it get to that point, but other people, yeah, definitely. They're just so caught up into it.
From all of us here at STTV, this has been Jacob Dyke, Zach Bungie, and Joey Shear signing off.
Try not to let technology control your life too much.
Graduation is only 10 days away. Here's a quick recap of senior year.
I feel like our class is just
pretty fun.
sassy.
That's true.
Talented. Snotty.
Late.
Kind of like a small family.
Nej, för grund av vi var alla som en familj.
We're like a family. We're like a family.
Take a look past our innocence.
Yeah, me too. I'm about to cry.
I think it's been such a fun year working with each other, and like just the idea of us all going to different places and being far away from each other kind of makes me really sad, but I'm really proud of like the memories we've made and the changes we've made to Staley High School and stuff. I'm not gonna cry, I'm gonna cry.
Take a step back to yesterday. When life would move slower.
Hi, Mom!
Oh, hi, Mom. I hope they show this at graduation because this would be cool. But hi, Terry, somewhere out there. Hey, Mom. But,
That's all we have for this year's final Bird's Eye View.
Be sure to check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit us online at StaleyNews.com.
We'll send you off with the SCTV senior video made by Jacob.